Hello, welcome to Perfectus. In today's session, we are going to talk about content management. Anytime we use the word content, it refers to practice tests or questions that we create and upload or publish to Perfectus platform so that students can take it. Perfectus is an online platform where anyone can create a test and anyone can publish a test. But what you get as a student is a detailed analysis of who you are and how you can improve in any exam. Anytime we talk about content, quality is important. What you create and publish is what students see and measure against. On this slide, we are showing you a big picture of how content is managed, the life cycle of a content. On the left side, as you can see, as a teacher or a data entry personnel who is supporting a teacher or an institute can directly create a practice test on the mobile app. You can also create the practice test and add questions directly on the website too. But in both these cases, when you're talking about a mobile or on a website, require you to have constant data connection, internet connection. We have come up with a third useful tool in which you do not need an internet connection and you can work with it on your own pace, save it and continue to work. We have created a Microsoft Word based data entry template where you can add questions, and once you're ready, you can export the data from the Microsoft Word and upload it to our website or on the phone. Once the data is uploaded and practice test is published, you can, as a student on the right side, you can see, you can take the test either on the phone or on the website anytime, anywhere. In this session, we are particularly targeting Microsoft Word based data entry and content management. Why did we choose to have Microsoft Word? And it's primarily because of the capabilities of Microsoft Word for data entry, like adding equations, symbols, images, and all of that. Then second most important reason is that you are already familiar with it. We do not want you to learn a new tool and then do data entry on Perfectus. Microsoft Word, more or less everybody is familiar. Somebody expert, somebody may be a beginner, but we all know more or less Microsoft Word. And if you do not know, there are a lot of material on internet that can teach you Microsoft Word. Just do a Google or search YouTube videos. Another important part that I want to tell you here is that any content that you create, any practice test or question that you create, it belongs to you and you are the owner at any point of time. The Word document you create, it stays with you. The data that you upload on Perfectus website, we have we provide legal security on data and the privacy. So rest assured, your data is yours, you manage it, it's all your data. Now, uploading data using Microsoft Word is a 4-step process. You create a data, then you extract the data. Both happens in the Microsoft Word, and then you upload that data and publish the test on Perfectus Web or which is myperfectus.com, or you can publish it using your phone app, whatever way you choose. So first 2 step, enter and extract in the Microsoft Word, upload and publish on the internet in the web application. Let me give you a quick demo. I hope a quick demo will help you understand really how the Microsoft Word template works. I have switched my window and I'm going to show you the template. The template, you would have received it. If not, let us know, and our Perfectus team will mail you this template. This is a Microsoft Word based template. Very advanced features of Microsoft Word we are using, and we have used to create this template to make life easier for all of us to create questions. Usually what I do is I have created a folder Perfectus in a hard disk on a C column, And then I'm gonna double click this. Double clicking will create a copy. It will create a Word document based on that template. You can also right click it and say new. You can right click and say new here. Let me show you, the Word is still loading. So the Word has loaded. Because there are some macros and on this Word document, you want to make sure that you do enable content, and that will make this template fully functional. Since this document, this template has macros, you can also go ahead on File and go to Options, and here there are some settings. Go to Trust Center, go to Trust Center settings. Here you can see macro settings, and you want to choose the fourth one, enable all macros. And you can also say, check this and say trust access to the VBA object model, and then also enable all macros. So coming back to the Word template, it's very straightforward template. Every question paper has a header and set of questions. Practice test name, whatever name I enter here, this is the name which will be shown to the students, unless after upload you can always go back and edit it if you want. For now, I'm gonna say sample test paper part 1. I can give some brief description about the test. I'm gonna leave it empty, or I'll say this is a demo. Here I can reduce time. This is the total amount of time, duration of the test. I can go back and edit this, and I say this is 15-minute test. The next field is important in the header. It's country. Right now you can see 2 countries, India and US, and we have people, some of the institutes in India and US, and people are using in both the places for some tests. I'm going to select India for now. Based on the country I selected, you should see a list of examination and country being populated here. You can start and you can select one of these. For now, I'm going to select JEE IIT. One thing you want to make sure that you select the country and examination grade, you kind of lock yourself. If you add more questions, all the questions subject and topic will be based on the selection on the country and grade. So if you come back and change this to AIPMT, then it will reset rest of your questions, and you have to go and select topic and subject again. So make sure you do not make mistake in selecting exam or grade. Everything else down this line follows your exam or grade. Okay, you can also set some sort of positive marks. If the test has positive marks, you can make it 0. You cannot go negative anymore. There are some certain validations in the template. You cannot, like here, you can go negative, but you cannot go positive more than 0. I'm going to keep it like default, 1 marks for each correct questions and 0 marks for any negative questions. Okay. Once I'm done with this practice test summary, I'm going to add questions quickly. You can see the subject, since I chose IIT here, the list of subjects is based on IIT, and we have these are pre-populated. You do not have to choose it, and we did this to save time in data entry, and at the same time we also wanted to be consistent between different papers and save you from any spelling mistake. So let me choose mathematics, and I say mathematics. You can see list of all the topics, all are alphabetically sorted starting from A to V. I'm gonna select one of the topic, sequence and series, and say complexity. Complexity you can choose based on the questions complexity. I can say moderate if I'm not very sure. Most of the time I would know, so as a teacher, so I'm say this is going to be an easy one. Any special instructions for this question? This field is primarily useful when you have a reading comprehension type question, where you have a set of paragraphs that a student needs to read and then answer some questions based on that. I don't have anything right now. I can leave it empty. I go to the question and say, what is the next number in the series? Eight. So I can say should have said here 8. That's what I meant. And I can say 9. I can say 10. Minus 10, just to confuse people in case somebody is not careful. So, and then none of the above. I'm done with this question. All these 4 options, option text 1, 2, 3 and 4 are gonna appear on the question with option A, B, and C and D. I know answer text 2, which is option B, is correct. If there isn't any answer explanation, I can enter it here, especially when the question is pretty complex to solve. This answer explanation will appear when a student takes the test and goes back and review the test. That's all from question 1. Then I can continue to add more questions here. And then once I'm done, I can export this using export. If I entered a question and I do not want that question, I should be able to go back and delete this question for now. So that's all from this side. Once I'm done, let me save this file, and I'm gonna say, save it to Perfectus, and I'm gonna create document with a name sample test 1 for time being, and it is under C: Perfectus. You can create a hierarchy of folders and all of that part. I prefer to keep it straight. So once you save this, you are ready to export this. So as soon as you click the export button, you will get an warning saying if you anything after export, if you make any changes, it will not be saved. So make sure you save it and then export it. You click OK, and then the exporting exporting of this data will begin. This question will have only this practice test will have only one question and some header information. And once you're done, the application already closes. Microsoft Word is closes. You can safely close this and go back here, and you would notice that there are some folders created automatically as part of the processing, as part of the export functionality of Microsoft Word's template data. And so where you want to really do is open the open export files. Remaining other files, those are temporary files created by it. You can go ahead and delete it. And you can see that it not only creates a folder, and in the folder it creates an Excel file. If there are some images, you will see more images here. And it also zips it for you, so that now you are ready to upload it. You don't have to zip it. You can just take this file and upload. So now that I have created a practice test in Word and I exported as a Word as a zip file, I'm ready to upload it. All I have to do is to log in to Perfectus as a teacher, come to click practice tests, scroll down at the bottom, you will see upload practice test. I select that and I say choose file, and I should be able to locate this and say open. And once I click upload, this is going to send the file, exported file, the zip file, directly to the server, and a practice test will be created. I'm not going to do that because I know it's going to fail. But the rule is you should have at least minimum 10 questions in each set, and I have added only 1 question. And you will see a practice test like this will create it with the name that you entered as your name of the practice test in the Word template. So that's all on Microsoft Word demo site. One last thing, we always say the content is always the king. You need to have content, but at the same time, quality is the key. If there is no content, there is no practice by students. If there is no practice, the application does not collect any data about, and there is no analysis. And if there is no analysis, then there is no way student can improve. So the content is king, content is the bottom. But at the same time, we also want to emphasize that quality is key. Quality is very important based on our experience using this system for the past 6 months. We know for sure that you want to have right questions and right answers. You don't want to select B for C and all of that part. You want to make sure that question is readable. You don't want to put everything in a bold format only when it is really required. The number 4 here, the equation as math equation and not in images, is very important, because if you use everything as an image for equations also, then image generally takes more space, more data, and then when a student is taking the test, all those images will be downloaded from the server, and it takes the bandwidth. So, and it eats the student's data usage. So you want to make sure that you use equation and